Today, I'm reading the most unhinged comments I've ever gotten, and then I'm gonna hit them with the science, and this should be fun. Some of the wildest nutrition myths I see don't come from TikTok. They show up right under my own videos in the comments. So today I'm reading a few of the wildest comments I've gotten, talking about why they sound convincing and also why they're wrong. All right, so you know how celebrities read mean tweets? Well, today I am doing just that, except it's the comments that are right below my videos. Hey there, I'm Amy, a registered dietitian with a master's in dietetics. I'm a science nerd, and here on my channel, Thrive Nutrition RDN, I post nutrition videos, bust nutrition myths, and share delicious and nourishing recipes, which apparently makes some people really angry. And the comments, they can be absolutely wild. Now, at first, these mean comments definitely sting a little bit. I mean, I'm human, and personal attacks are just never fun. But then I started noticing something in these comments. They all followed the same patterns, like the exact same 5 tactics over and over. So today I'm sharing the worst of the worst, the out there, the honestly downright mean comments, and then I'm gonna share the actual science. Because once you see these patterns, you can't unsee them. And suddenly then you're immune to nutrition fear-mongering. All right, let's do this. Comment number 1. Liar, the people are waking up. Okay, amazing. The double exclamation points really sell the urgency here. Also, this is from Coat Family 4303. The fact that a family channel wanted to call me a liar. Oh, there's so much to unpack there. Now, when I first got this, I was definitely like, ouch, they're calling me a liar. I've got all the science there. Hello, people.
Haters gonna hate.
But then I realized this is textbook red flag number 1. It's the us versus them language. Listen for phrases like, the truth that they don't want you to know, do your own research, waking up. These aren't arguments, they're identity signals. They make you feel like you're in an exclusive club of people who get it, or you're on the outside of their club and you want in. And I get why it's tempting. Who doesn't want to be the smart one who saw through the lies? But here's the thing, disagreeing with decades of peer-reviewed research doesn't make you awake, it just means you watched some really convincing podcast or YouTube video. Science doesn't need drama or bullying for sure, it's just peer-reviewed studies that most people find boring. Sorry, not sorry. All right, comment number 2. Have you cashed your checks yet from the seed oil companies? How much did they pay? Why would you suggest using seed oils when you don't have to, if they're inferior but not poison? There's more than enough evidence that seed oils aren't helpful or useful, and your incredibly lame use of the shark and ice cream analogy was useless. Ouch. First of all, I really liked our ice cream shark attack analysis. If you haven't seen the seed oils video, check that one out. But it's about correlation and how it is not causation. And that was my husband's idea. So trust me, you will never be able to hurt his feelings. Mine, yes. His, never. Now, I have not cashed any checks. No checks, definitely not. Clearly you didn't actually listen to what I said. You wanted to just attack. But this is red flag number 2, and it is everywhere. Attacking the person and not the data. This is called an ad hominem attack, which is fancy Latin term for I can't argue with your evidence, so I'm just gonna say you're corrupt. And here's why this is so effective. If I'm corrupt, then you don't have to fact check me. You can just dismiss everything and feel smart about it.
Taylor was right. Haters gonna hate.
But here's the actual data. When people replace saturated fat with seed oils in long-term studies, LDL cholesterol goes down. Inflammation goes down. This has been replicated many times. Now, you don't have to use seed oils. Use whatever you want. But here's the thing, debating whether to deep fry your French fries in seed oils or beef tallow misses the entire point. French fries aren't a health food either way. Delicious occasionally, of course. But how about we focus on getting enough protein and enough fiber? Oh wait, that doesn't get clicks. Calling seed oils poison because a podcast told you? That's not research, that's just a good story. Also, I am still not sponsored by Big Canola or any seed oil companies, and I won't be, ever. I'm here for the research and the facts. Okay, this next one is great because it sounds so confident. Not high protein, high fat. Jesus, read the studies better. And I really love the condescending emoji in there. Really adds the chef's kiss there. And why are we bringing Jesus into this? But this is red flag 3, and it really tricks so many people. Confidence does not equal expertise. The loudest, most confident people online are often the least informed. Because when you actually know the research, you know it can be complicated and you use words like context matters or it depends. But that doesn't really get views. So instead you get, it's high fat, Jesus, read better.
Haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate, roti's gonna rotate. Who cares? You do what you do.
Now, here's what the studies actually show. Both high-fat and high-protein diets can work for weight loss. But here's the key. It's the calorie deficit that actually causes the weight loss. Whether you're low-carb, high-fat, or high-protein, you're losing weight, you're in a calorie deficit. The real advantage of higher protein, it helps you stay fuller, longer, and preserve muscle mass while you're losing fat. So yeah, maybe read the studies better yourself. Comment number 4, and this one's sneakier. You need to read The Ancestral Diet Revolution by Chris Nobe. There's absolutely no question that seed oils are toxic. I don't know what your money-making angle is, but perpetuating misinformation that is killing millions very slowly and painfully is irresponsible. I hope YouTube takes down your site very quickly. Ouch. Now, this sounds reasonable, right? They're not exactly yelling, they're referencing some sort of evidence they have. Which brings us to red flag number 4, cherry-picking studies. Now, this person in particular referenced a book that they read. Now, I looked up the book, it's written by an MD. Just because that book was written by an MD doesn't mean they're a nutrition expert. I can tell you that I'm a dietitian and I am in this research every single day. Nutrition science, just like all the scientists out there, evolve, and my job is to stay up to date and share that information with you. Also, the subheadline of the book is about seed oils and ultra-processed foods, and I make that connection in my video. So clearly, this person wasn't listening. But here's how this cherry-picking studies works. Someone finds at least one rat study or a test tube study or one big scary old blog post and they go, see, evidence. But they're leaving out that animal studies don't always apply to humans, test tubes aren't the same as our actual body, and blogs aren't peer-reviewed research, although the good ones will cite the actual research. Meanwhile, we have literal decades of human research showing that omega-6s can improve heart health when they replace saturated fats. They're actually anti-inflammatory. Now, again, in my video, I'm making the connection that seed oils are shown to be anti-inflammatory, but the foods that they are in, the fast foods, the junk foods, the ultra-processed garbage, are not great for us. So that is what I'm saying, and this person clearly didn't listen. So yeah, there's evidence, it's just not the evidence you might think. And then here's a bonus one on seed oils. I was actually called a tool of the system that Frederick Stare helped put in place. Frederick Stare, a nutritionist from the 1960s. Look, I'm not anyone's puppet. I've actually turned down sponsorships that didn't align with my values. I'm just here reading the research and sharing the facts with you. No cherry-picking studies, looking through all the data and sharing the conclusions and evidence with you. Okay, comment number 5. I maybe saved the best of the worst for last. This is on my oatmeal video. They said, because people finally realized we're not horses. Oatmeal at best is peasant food. Back in the day, our lords made us peasants eat grains by imposing taxes, collecting our livestock for tax by force. Through their soldiers, they fed meat because they needed strong soldiers. There's absolutely no reason to eat oatmeal. And it goes on. We're not horses. Oatmeal is peasant food. This is quite the comment. We've got animal comparisons, medieval class warfare, triple exclamation points, but this is actually red flag number 5, and it's one of the most powerful. Emotional language. Instead of just saying, I don't like oatmeal, people use words like peasant food, horse feed, sludge, toxic. These words aren't descriptive, they're designed to make you feel embarrassed or scared. Now here's the actual science. Oats are actually shown to lower cholesterol, improve our gut health, and help stabilize blood sugar. There are lots and lots of studies to cite here. So if eating oatmeal makes me a medieval peasant, cool. I'll be a peasant with great cholesterol. These mean comments used to genuinely hurt my feelings, but now I see them for what they are. People who've fallen for these same 5 tactics, convinced that normal foods are somehow dangerous. And I have to say, the wonderful, positive, uplifting comments far outweigh these wild negative ones. Like, not even close. So thank you, JavaMan92. Thank you, Frank Quinn, 6872. Lacey Rushworth, 9823. Thank you. Keep Calm, 7453. Thank you. And there are so many more of you out there. Thank you for all the positive comments, for all the questions, and thank you for being here. This community is about encouragement, about helping you better your health through nourishing food and actual facts. And I genuinely want to help you succeed. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your kindness, the thoughtful questions, and yes, even the respectful debates. I'm here for it. The positive energy in this space absolutely outshines the negativity. You all make this so much fun. And here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to fear food. You don't need perfect eating. By recognizing these patterns, the red flags, the tactics, you are way better equipped to spot the next nutrition myth. Because those loudest voices are usually the least informed, and you are way smarter than the algorithm thinks you are. And now that we are rooted in science and positivity and know the red flags to look for, jump right into my breakdown of the new dietary guidelines because I definitely have some thoughts. And I will see you over there. Until then, eat well, be well, thrive.